Now real quick, the augment Chromatic Blade wasn't nerfed horribly, it was just bumped a little bit and may require you to alter your builds depending on what you're looking for. Now I'm not going to waste time with this one because at the moment I don't have that much time to waste, but before update 27.2 you needed at least 180% total power strength to get Chromatic Blade to increase the status chance of Exalted Blade to 100%. Now you need 189 or 190, it may even be between that, just to be able to get that same amount of status chance. So if you're someone who ran 100% status chance Exalted Blade, and let's be real, you should be, then you might have to change your build around if you run with anything less than the new required amount of power, being 190%. I'm just going to say 190% gets you 100.5% status chance now, no longer is it 180%. I want to go over the fact that you really do want to have at least a 100% status chance to proc a status with Exalted Blade on each attack, now due to the fact that in this update you can now stack procs of elements for bonus effects such as Fire, and of course Fire and Heat is now the big dog combo, especially for Exalted Blade in my opinion. Fire giving you flat damage increase against enemies under the effect, more so depending on how many procs of Fire the enemy has, to a maximum of 325%. The first Fire proc is a 100% damage increase, with each proc afterwards being an extra 25 up to that cap of 325. Alloy armor types now have an element other than radiation that it fears, and that element being Fire, and the new effect of it also now of course gets you that damage bonus against ferrite armor, because you're just going to proc Fire and any enemies with ferrite armor and you're going to be doing increasing damage into them. So now you have a one damage type kind of matches all armor types there is, being alloy and ferrite. So you're not just going to be running corrosive all the time, strip armor, especially with how much armor's been nerfed on the enemies. A single heat proc of course still halves enemy armor, so you've got to get a beast combo going. You proc heat, half the enemy armor, proc a whole bunch of Fire up to 325%. Nothing will even live long enough for you to say get 5 Fire procs on it. So you're going to proc like Fire a couple of times, get your damage buff, it's going to be crazy. And you've got to take into consideration with 190% power strength, each attack from Chromatic Blade, Exalted Blade is going to proc a status. So you're just going to pump out hella Fire and heat and just weakening the enemy while increasing the damage you deal to them. The reason why I wanted to go into this is because the more power strength you have, the higher Chromatic Blade goes when it comes to increasing status chance. So say if you have a build that gives you a total of 150% status chance on your Exalted Blade, you're always going to be proccing one of your elemental status effects and have an additional 50% chance per attack to proc the other elemental status effect. So both of your elements can proc their elemental status effects on a single attack if you're lucky. Otherwise every attack is going to at least proc one of them, so that's worth keeping in mind. Overstacked status blade could be worth looking into if you want. I'm going to look into it later on, especially as you could just proc Fire and Heat from a single click and just laugh at the damage that's being done. Either way, just a heads up for you folks, the Excalibur players among us, go and check your builds and remod accordingly. Keep in mind that the base status chance of Exalted Blade has been increased to 15%, and the base status chance on the mod card for Chromatic Blade has gone from 50% to 300%, but they've changed the way it scales with power strength. That's why you now need 190% to get 100% status chance. So yeah, definitely look over your Excalibur builds if you're somebody that ran anything less than say 190% anyway. So other than that guys, if you found the video informative or helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for more Warframe content in the future. Additionally, consider clicking that notification icon to be alerted at channel activity, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, kiddo.